Alright everyone, last type of function we're going to look at, called reciprocal functions. Also, you might have heard the word hyperbolic. Both mean the same thing. Our textbook uses reciprocal, so we're going to use reciprocal. So again, here are some of the features of a hyperbola or a reciprocal function. They generally look something like this. One of the key things to know is these 2 points, they kind of mean the same thing. The axes are this word again, asymptotes, which means that our function here, it will approach the y-axis and the x-axis, but it will never actually touch it. It can get very close, but it will never actually completely touch it. And the general form of what these equations look like is this: y equals 1 over x. And this is just showing you what happens if you stick the minus out the front. When you have no minus, you're in this part of the axis, and then when you have the minus in front, you just swap. This is not super important for you to write down, but again, you should have everything on this slide, and then it might be a good idea to add to this line this information here. Right, let's look at graphing them. Again, we got a table of values. Now, something I'll point out with this table of values with reciprocal functions, doesn't make sense to have a 0 in here, because like we set up here, no value exists for x equals 0, because think about it, can't divide by 0. There's no answer to that. But you can fill in all the rest of these values by just popping them in your calculator. Well, you can probably do these ones in your head, to be honest. 2 divided by 4 is a half. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And so on. And then we just fill in our points on the graph. And then join everything up. Again, the graph extends infinitely in both directions, so we do usually put arrows on the end of it. And there you go. We've drawn the graph of y equals 2 over x. Let's have another go of this example when we've got the same thing, we've just got the minus at the front. So everything is going to be the other way around. Now we fill everything in exactly the same as we did last time. Now, part B here, what are the asymptotes of this graph? Well, in this case, it is just the axes. Sorry, I don't know what the right way to pronounce that is. So it's just y equals 0, that's this one, and x equals 0, that's this one. Right, so you guys are going to have a couple of examples of, same as we've seen before. Some of them will be drawing them, some of them will be identifying the features of the graph. Let me know if you need any help. Thanks, guys.